Hello, my friends. I'm Kelsey Matheson, and I have a question for you. What if holding on to something that's familiar in your life is actually the thing that's keeping you from what you truly want? So let's talk about letting go. Whether it's a career that's no longer aligned, or maybe a toxic relationship, or the relationship doesn't even have to be toxic, but you feel it's run its course, it's complete. Or a belief about yourself that you've outgrown. You're like, no, thank you. I no longer want to subscribe to that belief. Look, letting go is one of the hardest things that we can do, but it's also the most transformational skill that we can develop. And as women, we're often wired to hold on to things. We're wired to hold on to relationships, responsibilities, even parts of our identity, because letting go, it feels like a failure or is perceived as a failure or that we've given up. But what if it's not? What if letting go is actually the key to unlocking your next level, the next best version of you? So letting go is hard because our brains are designed to move towards pleasure, move away from pain, to seek safety. Our brains do not like growth. Our brains do not like change. And so we're literally wired to avoid pain, seek pleasure, but also to conserve energy. And the truth is, the process of letting something go requires us to push against all of those things. You know, when you have a decision to make, and maybe there's like multiple options in front of you, and you analyze it, and you overthink it, and you're ruminating about it, and you feel like having to make this decision is incredibly stressful, it's incredibly difficult, and maybe even painful. Let me share with you that it's not the action of making the decision that's hard, it's actually the decision to act. The decision to make the decision to act. Letting go requires a courageous decision to be made, a courageous decision to stop replaying old patterns and step into something new. And our brains, like I said, our brains don't like change. That's why when you're spinning in the decision-making process, your brain will come up with all the stories of don't make the wrong choice, don't do something you'll regret, what if I screw this up? It will offer you all the stories and all the narratives to stay exactly where you are because your brain perceives exactly where you are to be safe. And for women, there's a whole other layer. We're conditioned to prioritize others. Studies show that women are more likely to take on emotional labor and stay in situations longer because we feel responsible for everybody else's happiness. But here's the truth. You're not responsible for anyone else's happiness but your own. And you can't grow into the person you're meant to be while clinging to this person that you were. And I would challenge that when you are focused on what makes you happy, that you impact everyone around you and their happiness. Right? There's a domino effect. So instead of seeing letting go as a loss, I invite you to reframe it. It's not a loss. You're making space. So imagine a closet. You have a closet. It's stuffed with clothes that you no longer wear. They no longer fit you. They're no longer in style. You just don't like them anymore. Whatever it is, but there's no room for anything new. So this analogy you can apply this to your life. I want you to ask yourself, what is the thing that I'm holding on to costing me? What is the thing I'm holding on to costing me? And a follow-up question to that would be, what would I gain if I let this go? And I want you to write this down. This is a really great journaling prompt. I want you to write it down. I want you to see it in black and white, because when you see it written down, it can offer powerful insights. And one of the biggest reasons we resist letting go is also like the fear of what comes next. And I've seen this play out over and over and over again with my clients. They're afraid to leave the job, or they're afraid to leave the relationship, or they're afraid to pivot within their business because what if it doesn't work out? What if that next thing isn't better than what I have now? They don't know what's on the other side of that decision. But here's what I want you to know. Look, the fear is valid. It's totally valid. But it's just a thought. The thought of things won't be better on the other side, it's not factual. Thoughts are not facts. And maybe you've heard the saying, courage is a choice. It's not a feeling. Look, you don't have to feel ready. I like to look at courage as you feel the fear, and then you decide to take the next step anyway. And so if the idea of letting go feels really overwhelming, maybe you're trying to make a big decision in your life right now, just start small. Pick one thing in your life that feels out of alignment first. Maybe it's saying no to an obligation this week. Or maybe it's unsubscribing from emails that just really drain your energy. Just something simple that you're letting go of. Because every small act of letting go sends a message to your brain that you're safe and that you're in control. And over time, this will help to rewire your brain to just trust the process. So if you make a few small decisions to let go of some things in your life, then you can apply that. Your brain will feel a lot safer, and then you can apply that to some of the bigger decisions that you have to make. Some of the some of the things that feel much larger that you need to let go of. But here's the beautiful part. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you step into a more authentic version of yourself. And that's really where the magic happens. Like, there's a statistic that I came across recently that I was like, it kind of was shocking, but it wasn't really that shocking. Anyway, according to this study, women are 2 times more likely than men to doubt their skills and then hesitate when pursuing new opportunities, even when they're more educated or more experienced or both. They are 2 times more likely to doubt themselves than men are. So what if I told you that trusting yourself, leaning into the idea that you are capable, allows you to really create the life that you want? That on the other side of that decision is like magic that you could have never even anticipated, that you can't see unless you're on the other side of it. So here's a simple exercise that you can try. Write down one thing that you're ready to release. Just write it down. And then I want you to take a moment to thank it. Thank it for its role in your life. Thank it for its service. All of the lessons that it taught you, even if it was hard, and that you are ready to let it go, that you no longer need it in your life. Thank you very much, but I release you. And then you can tear up the paper. You can burn it, safely, but you can burn it. And just physically letting go in this way, doing this exercise, is so powerful. And it does send a really powerful signal to your mind, just even to your energy, to your body, that I'm done with this. I'm ready to let it go. So look, I know that this work isn't necessarily easy, especially for some of the big decisions. It can feel easier said than done, for sure. But you don't have to do this alone. So if this is resonating with you and you're ready to explore how to let go of something that's holding you back, like maybe there's a part of you that really understands this is something that's been holding me back and I'm ready to let it go. I just don't know necessarily how to do that. Then I would love to help you. There's a link below. You can schedule a free call with me. We'll dive into your specific challenges. We'll identify what's no longer serving you, and we'll create like a roadmap of sorts, right? A roadmap to get you to that next step, to create momentum in your life, to move forward. Because I know, if you're listening to this right now, I know that you are capable of more than you realize. And I think it's time. This is a sign that it's time for you to trust in yourself and let go. Let go of what no longer serves you. So let me just do a quick recap of some action steps. Okay, so first we're going to reframe reframe letting go. Like if you feel like letting go feels like a loss, we're going to reframe that loss and we're going to reframe it to making space. We're going to shift your mindset. Okay. There's no loss here. It's making space for something new to come into your life. You're going to start small. You can just take one aligned action this week and see how it feels. And I would really recommend you try the letting go ritual. It's fun. Just it engages your mind. You can tap into the energy of what it's like to let go, right? It's a fun process. And if you need my help, click the link below, set up a call, and we'll take the first steps towards the next best version of you. Really, right? To get an idea of what that looks like on the other side. What letting go will really, what it will do to enhance your life and to also enhance the lives of your loved ones. Because there's a domino effect when we do this, and it's pretty powerful. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your questions in the comments, your thoughts, ahas. Tell me what your action step is going to be, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now.